Hey folks, and welcome back to MusicalConman Plays Slay That Spire. Oh, wonderful. The game is doing this new thing where when I tab out and back in, it no longer crashes immediately. I had a recording set up with a great intro. It was beautiful. I got to talk about how it was 1:11 a.m. on 1/1/2021. And now it's a couple minutes later, and I've updated some software, and it's all good. Hi, welcome back to Slay the Spire. We're going to try a character on Ascension 20. I think I'm going to try Silent. The game has recently been updated, and there have been some fun updates to some Silent cards. But first, let me just talk about some other cool stuff that's going on with this run. Never mind, let's get going. So this is going to be my first YouTube run recorded in a little while, and my first one recorded on my new standing desk. So we're going to try to be an exciting, active, dynamically posed player today. Looks like I did not make it to the Act 1 boss on my last one, so my starting options are very limited. Let's look at the map. Odds that we get to an elite without doing 3 hallway fights first, pretty low. We would have to get 2 question marks here, or 3 question marks here, with none of them being hallway fights. Oh, no, never mind. Yes, we would have to get 3 question marks with none of them being hallway fights to get a free elite off of this, and frankly, that's what I really value it for. Let's take the max HP, it'll help us out a bit. I think we might want to go to that shop, and if not, I would be fine doing a couple extra fights. Let's see what we get. Let's start here. Early shop, you're not going to buy a relic, but you can get some good stuff just from... I mean, even just buying a decent attack, or better yet, a potion that will help you take on an elite. Alright. We'll do 4 damage here. No point doing 4 damage to that, because either way... Well, I don't know. This gets that within range of an easy kill. Maybe it was incorrect, but look at that. We're getting through with no damage taken regardless. And there we go. Cultist Potion is very strong. Already makes me feel good about taking an early elite, especially with a Riddle with Holes, which is going to scale with that strength 5 times. That's the sort of thing that makes you say, oh, I could take on a super elite. Let's keep going. We're going to keep a potion slot for that for a little while. Block that. Do I want to take 4? Do I want to deal 6 and take 0, or deal 15 and take 4? This is the only attack I've added to my deck, and this fight can be bad if it goes on too long. I think I'm going to just take it like this. Figured the next couple turns would be pretty defensive. If I only took 4 damage against Jawworm, it would be a pretty good fight overall. And if I draw my Riddle with Holes next turn, that will be that. I did not. I do not have enough to kill. I certainly will next turn. Let's take 2 more. Brings us to 6 in this fight. I think we played about as good as we could. I'm going to take another damage card. Help with these early hallway fights. Elites. Defense is nice, but you have to be able to kill things. It's just a necessity to play the game good. Just doing my quick standard recording test here. What do you know? It's recording. A shop could be good here. Or would another card and potion chance be good here? What am I pathing for the rest of the act? It's time to really look at that. I kind of wanted to start here whichever way I was going, so I didn't have to think about it too much. Okay, if I went this way, Campfire, Elite, Campfire, Super Elite, Campfire, Campfire, so I could get a lot of upgrades. And either get some good card choices or get some good stuff. I think so that's a very aggressive path. 3 elites and a super elite on Silent. But Cultist Potion makes me feel confident about taking it. I don't know. I'm always greedy in Act 1. Let's look at our safer choices. We could go Campfire, Events, 1 elite. I mean, the safest would be Campfire, Events, Campfire, Shop, Campfire. We get a lot of slow upgrades, but we're not getting any relics that way. We could also do, like... So if we go this way, we're committing to 3 elites, either way. 1, 2... Either 3 here. I guess we could skip this one. But we still have to do 2 elites. But I want it so much. Let's believe in ourselves and our dreams. See what we get here. Dash is pretty strong if we're just going for early aggression. Dash is good against Act 1 elites. Obviously, Sling of Courage would be really nice for taking 3 elites. 2 strengthen elite fights would be incredible with Riddle with Holes, and it's not an option. Noxious is decent. Blade Dance was buffed. It does 3 shivs instead of 2 now. And the upgrade does 4 shivs instead of 3, which is cool. But that, I don't know if that makes it something I want to buy. Let's pick up a dash and a calculated gamble. I like some events here. We've had 2 hallway fights. We're going to get a 3rd one. If we go this aggressive pass, we'll get a 3rd one before our lead. And this seems like a good chance to turn in some of that max HP we got at the start. I'm feeling aggressive. So 59 health is a lot. I believe. Okay. 11 health. It's from 59 to 48 for Happy Flower. I'm pretty good with. Now, we are going to have to get through both of these elites without healing. So there could be a case made for healing up to 65. Which is full right there. Could be a case for that. That's from 15 to 20, 5 damage upgrade. That's a defensive upgrade. 3 attack, 3 defense. I think 20 damage. The card that does 20 damage, this is basically a Carnage that scales with strength real well. It's real good in these hallway fights. And I don't really love these cards I get next turn. So let's just get rid of that Ascender's Bane. Cool, we get the neutralize next turn and a strike, and that's the fight, 0 damage, but... Well, it would be nice to charge up our Happy Flower, and we would have to take damage to do it. I don't think that's worth it. Cry and Shame. Do we take a Terror? If we had a Terror, a Riddle with Holes, and a Cultist Potion, we could absolutely annihilate one thing. Bouncing Flask is also not unreasonable. But we need a 1 damage. We need a 1 cost attack that's just decent. Dagger Throw is that. Alright, I think we can do 2 elites right now. This one is very likely to give us a potion. Does it get better than this? This way we can draw our dash. We want to play our dash and get that block on a turn where it's attacking. We want to play Riddle with Holes on a turn where it's not. I don't think we want to use Cultist Potion in this fight. I think we've got the damage to take it out, especially with the poison. And that dash for some defense. Yep. Get that poison stacking. Take 5. It's taken 36. And now we get some extra energy. Alright. I think I want to keep the calculated gamble. I could just throw it away right there, but I'm not gonna quite yet. Alright. Making progress. Our Riddle with Holes just got a lot worse. These cards are not going to cut it. Give me a dash. Thank you. Alright, it's time to start doing some math. This does 10 damage. This does... So it's going to take 2. It's at 26. This does another 10, so 16. So 10, 4... and I'll have an extra damage. I could kill it if I draw another strike. Which has decent odds. Yeah. Didn't even need all the damage I had. Lizard Tail is excellent for taking a really aggressive path. Could take a backflip, but it's not good yet. It's just something that would be good later, and frankly, If I'm going for short-term power, I'm going to do it by taking more elites. Nunchaku, okay. 26 is pretty low. If we're against Gremlin Mob, this is going to be scary. We're against these. I think it's also scary. Dash is a good card. The question is, should I use my Cultist Potion here? Also, can we talk about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Okay, 4 fights. I only got 1 potion out of all of that. Now, it was a dope potion. Real good potion. You kind of expect a little more, no? Could have gotten a potion event, even. Well, that's one reason these elite fights have been tricky. If we're able to keep this lizard tail. Now, if we lose the lizard tail but keep the potion, I'm still not sure how I feel about going into this. Just because even if we heal here, it could take a lot. If we use the potion but keep the lizard tail, I feel okay about just running in straight head first here. That shop would be cool. It would be really nice to get rid of some of these strikes, and yeah, I'm going to use this now. I think just for the riddle with holes alone, it's going to help us take a lot less damage this fight. Ideally, keep that lizard tail. So that is the goal of that. We just blocked 10 damage, thanks to Cultist Potion. Alright. Now that we've got this huge aggression building up, should be pretty easy to take these out without getting whacked too hard. As a matter of fact, let's get started on this. If we do Riddle with Holes, we would just kill it this turn, which would be awesome. That's a great way to block. We can kill that anytime with a strike. Okay, 13, 23. So if we drew another card, another strike, that would not kill that. Okay, we'll take 5 more. We'll just knock that out. Shame to lose the energy, but that should be the fight pretty much sorted. Do I want Happy Flower on a better number? This is fine. Mummified Hand and 3 Shiv pluses. Okay. Cloak and Dagger could be a good card here. Poison Stab is okay, but I'm interested in a Cloak and Dagger thanks to that Nunchaku. We don't have any powers in our deck yet. If I were to upgrade, what would it be? We just fought Sentries, so the next elite is either Gremlin Knob or Lagavulin, so it's a big single target thing. Neutralize is a pretty good upgrade against either of those. I could also try and keep that Lizard Tail intact with a heal here. I think it's pretty unlikely that we get through either of those fights without taking more than 16 damage. And Lizard Tail is good to keep as long as you can. I think 35 does give us a chance of getting through it. This is not the turn to start here. So its buff is it just has regenerate, so it's got a little extra health. I mean, that Deadly Poison is a good way to start, but let's take that Happy Flower up. I suppose I could have played Neutralize just to tick up my Happy Flower. That would have been wise. Alright. Not the best hand next turn, but we'll get what we get. Happy Flower is going to help us, and Nunchaku are going to help us play a few extra strikes just to help take down that region. Let's draw a card. Would I rather have a Shiv in my deck or an Ascender's Bane? I'd rather have an Ascender's Bane, because the Shiv can get worse after the strength gets debuffed. Alright, this is a good time to cash this in. And extra energy. That way I can do Riddle with Holes. and Survivor. So that potion not only did damage, it also blocked. Got that thing down to 41 health before the split. Pretty good news in my book. I mean, these are going to be bad cards. But it'll be alright. It looks like we should expect to keep our Lizard Tail intact. Now the question is, do we block 3 or deal 4? So next turn, what would it take to kill it? If we deal 4, so it goes down to 21, back up to 24, has 3 poison, so back to 21. Can we deal 21 damage next turn? No way. Not feasible. I think we can kill it. And then it does the debuff attack after this. Okay, this is good. Next turn it does the debuff. Luckily the poison is keeping that regen down a little bit. Well, this is bad. This is a bad turn. We might lose our... Ooh. Okay, we might lose our Lizard Tail here. I was really hoping to draw something useful there. Alright, Lizard Tail goes by. We really need Deadly Poison fast. Oh, these debuffs are nasty. Okay, there's Deadly Poison. Neutralize is excellent. Hardly does anything. Draw me anything. There we go. That's a kill. Wasn't even scared. Cashed in our Lizard Tail, took out the Super Elite, got a Ceramic Fish. Whenever you add a card to your deck, you gain 9 gold. Pretty garbage, but a Flex Potion is great with, once again, Riddle with Holes. And we get a chance to add another basic attack to our deck. It could be a Flying Knee, which kind of does a similar thing to our Nunchaku. Do we need one more Strike-alike? We got Dagger Throw is our only real Strike-alike, but Cloak and Dagger and Deadly Poison do some similar things in the 1-cost territory, and we've got these attacks. Do we have card draw that makes me just really want a card that's basically free? Or do we just need a little more scaling damage? I'm going to be greedy here. I'm going to skip it. And my upgrades against Guardian here are likely to be Neutralize and Deadly Poison. I think Neutralize is more likely to be useful if we get a fight. Here, let's do a question mark. Alright, Maw Bank. So we got Maw Bank and, to a much lesser degree, Ceramic Fish, helping us get some extra money. I think 32 health is fine going into Guardian if we've got upgraded Neutralize, Deadly, some decent damage, and some burst damage if we need to get a split out of crucial time. I'm okay doing 18 here, keeping that calculated gamble for later. We're gonna play all these, and we're gonna take the hit. Could have blocked 17 there with the Flex Potion, but I think it's gonna be okay to take that. Before it debuffs us, we're gonna deal a bunch of damage here. Kind of waste our Nunchaku, I guess, but I don't know. It happens. Deadly Poison, unfortunately, was at the bottom of our first shuffle and did not go back into our second shuffle. Gonna take a little damage here. Neutralize is gonna deal 4 to us right now. It's gonna save us more later, so we take 5. But it's got the Deadly Poison on, and it's weak this turn, which is pretty helpful. And we can play this. We perfectly block. Shiv's not a ton of damage, but it's there. Got that Cinder's Bane out of our deck, finally. Well, if we don't split this turn, we die. So that's 45 damage. And that's what we saved that for. Not entirely sure how this one's going to go. We don't have a lot of defense, is the one thing. Yeah. Take 4 to maybe block 5, or just get something bad. We can't afford that risk, because unfortunately we don't get to play our decent stuff there. This is damage neutral this turn and helps next turn, so we go down to 2. And then we see what we can do. Alright. That turn is blocked. Only getting deadly poison twice is feeling a little painful. I want that deadly poison. Okay, so 15. Alright. That is going to split next turn, which we absolutely want, because we die if it don't. Alright. And 2 HP is plenty. Stack that nunchak, go up 1 more. We have conquered the Guardian and made it into Act 2. And you know what? We took out 3 elites, including a super, thanks to the confidence of that cultist potion and that lizard tail. Now you may notice that both the cultist potion and the lizard tail are gone, but they got us some relics. They got us nunchaku, which has been useful, happy flower, which has been useful. These 3, all of which have done absolutely nothing to help us in any way, but could be good later. Or this one, which could be later. Alright, Corpse Explosion, I think, is, given that we have not a single bit of area of effect damage, this is a good way to deal with fights with more than one enemy, which is a lot of them in this game. Okay, we could die. Or we could take a bad one, or we could get transform in 3 upgrades. Coffee Dripper is great, but just like, this doesn't have, our deck doesn't have any healing. It doesn't have really any good defensive upgrades, and it does not have sufficient offense to say, yeah, we'll never need to heal. So Coffee Dripper, unfortunately, would be death. Tiny House is just not useful. Astrolabe seems really good here. These strikes have been really bumming out our deck because we just draw these cards that don't do anything for us. Now, we have gotten another Deadly Poison plus. So we got some actually decent poison damage now. We got a Acrobatics plus and a Bullet Time. So we've got card draw, which we previously lacked. And we've got a great way to play a lot of cards. And upgraded is a plus. That way it doesn't cost all of our 3 energy. We can play the if we draw them together, we can play the Acrobatics and then the Bullet Time, and then have a nice big fun turn. Also, we had a huge upgrade to our deck because we removed 3 garbage cards that we hate. So we've got some good poison damage. And we got some good card manipulation. It would be great to have some defensive power. Not even looking at the act. This is just this bit better. We can go this way, or like choose other things. I would like to play some other cards. 3, 6. Okay, these are not necessarily the cards I want to play this turn. I would really love to play any of these skills before it debuffs us for skills, but I don't want to draw Bullet Time or Corpse Explosion with Dagger Throw. Let's just deal 20. Next turn we'll have some extra energy. Shame the way that worked out. No point in playing Bullet Time, but a decent amount of point in playing those Deadly Poisons. Now we just need to survive. I think a weak potion is gonna save us some health. This fight is gonna take a few turns. I don't think the neutralize will cover all of them. So it blocks 3 this turn, 0 this turn. We take 12 and we shuffle another bad card into our deck. And now it's gonna be over in fewer turns. If we could end it this turn, that would keep our Happy Flower. Okay, so the potion blocked 3 damage for us. That was not a good use of a potion, but check out this cool potion. Gain 1 intangible, which is a really nice thing to have. Blade Dance Plus. Add 4 shivs into your hand. I mean, it's not an incredible card, but I'll tell you what it is. It's 1 energy, 16 damage. We removed a bunch of strikes, so we are still in the market for doing... We're a little more in the market for a card that's like Dagger Throw, but better, and this is the new buffed version. Let's also take it because it's new. Also, it's worth pointing that it costs 1 energy, and it gives us back a 0.4 energy from Nunchaku. So we could go to that shop and do a lot, but that Mob Bank, I'm greedy. I would kind of like to keep that rolling for a while. This question mark looks good. And I'm fine with going to this elite instead of this elite, or going to this elite. Do we ever want to take this path? So 3 more fights, 2 more regular fights, a hard fight, event, campfire, elite. This path doesn't seem compelling. I know some people like to plan their whole path through the act in advance, and this could be cool, taking a bunch of events into an elite, but I kind of want to cash out at that shop. I'll take an upgrade. Wow, look at all these already upgraded cards. I mean, these are the cards that aren't upgraded, but what I mean to say is 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 out of our 21 cards are already upgraded. This is about to go to 8 upgraded and 13 not. Good ratio. Corpse Explosion seems pretty good. I'd like to upgrade a defensive card, but we don't really have one. Calculated Gamble might also be decent here, just so that we can use that freely without thinking of it as a resource to conserve. And with 2 upgraded Deadly Poisons, does that make the Corpse Explosion less good because we've got poison, or more good because we're trying to scale that poison hard? I'm going to start with the Calculated Gamble here and head into a fight. Okay, so Neutralize will stop one of them from attacking. Riddle with Holes will stop another from attacking. We're not going to play Calculated Gamble this turn. So the one with the... Well, we already hit that one. So that was kind of arbitrary, actually. Let's just keep taking this one out. That. And... I want a Corpse Explosion this one. If we do that, it doesn't die this turn. It doesn't die next turn. It dies the turn after that. But of course, if we play Corpse Explosion, it speeds it up. So I think that's a good clock. We'll just need to deal 1 damage to that. This fight can either be a nightmare or a joke. Here's hoping that this is one of the joke ones. Alright. This is good. We'll guaranteed get Corpse Explosion next turn. So we just need to block 3 damage. And get that one below 30 health. That has been accomplished. So now all we're doing is stacking our Nunchaku without making this one die prematurely. Knocking that down is a bonus. And that's the fight. We end with our Happy Flower at 2, our Nunchaku at, oh, let's say 7. And boom. Next. Alright. So we've got the Golden Idol, by the way. We've got the Ceramic Fish, and we've got the Malbec. We've got 3 different relics, all devoted to just making this number go up. Finisher. We have a Blade Dance Plus. We have a Nunchaku. I'm interested in this. Especially considering how upgraded our deck is, it does say something that I'm willing to take an unupgraded card here. What if I calculated Gamble? How likely am I to get Bullet Time? I'm pretty likely to get good stuff. Could Corpse Explosion first, but like, let's just go in. Okay, we only need 2 of these. Okay, well, we dealt 39 damage. Not bad. Now we get our Blade Dance and our Finisher. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that'll deal 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm aware that I could have waited to kill that one until Corpse Explosion, but I'm not that scared of this one. Give me another defend. Close enough. Get some deadly poison in that. Once we get it below about half health, that'll be pretty handy. Alright, let's play 2 more attacks. And kill it not next turn. Okay, so it's at 9. So it's not going to die this turn or next turn. It's going to die the turn after that. Oh, it buffed its strength. Okay, it dies. I guess it wasn't low enough to heal. I wasn't quite familiar with its thresholds. These are not cards we need anymore, I'm glad to say. We've got our basic damage needs covered, so fight, elite, campfire, some other stuff. Or do we want to take on the gauntlet of elite, campfire, elite, chest, campfire, elite, campfire? I think we can handle it. Also, if this elite goes badly, we can just run away. Like, we just heal after each one. Ideally, each of these makes us stronger, and our Ghost in the Jar get us out of a bad situation once. I know I'm going kind of hard here. Okay, Dagger Throw gets us an energy back, so it's basically free. Deadly Poison. I mean, this just does more than Corpse Explosion. Alright, good turn 1. Got a lot of damage, got a lot of poison stack. Let's see how the confusion treats us. The extra energy does not bother me none. See if we get anything else worth playing. Nope. But we full blocked. It's at half health. Bullet time is clutch here. If we could afford it and it were doing anything good. Okay, that's the question. Do we acrobatics and try to do something better, or do we just bullet time and accept that weak is all the block we get? I think we just weak here. So we take 20. Well, I don't love it. We're not going to be able to keep our non-chop going quite the number we want, but we'll be able to get it up to 4 at least. And our Happy Flowers on 2. 14 is just a big strike. Do we need a big strike? Let's think about the fights we're going into. Gremlin Leader. Big strike, kind of good. Corpse Explosion helps a lot with that. Already. Did not get a potion. Kind of low on potions here. Might have to use the Ghost in the Jar here and then run away. I don't know if healing will be enough to get us through the rest of this if the Ghost in the Jar gets used up. Okay. So basically just, do we need a good attack card that discards stuff? 14 damage. If it was upgraded, if it was 18 damage, I would definitely just be in. I think it's good against the Slavers. Helps take out one of them quickly, which is good with Corpse Explosion. I think because we have Corpse Explosion, I kind of want to just be able to kill the thing we've poisoned fast. Alright. So 1, 2, so this deals 12. I would like that to die. That gets poisoned, I think. Well, let's think. We're always going to do this. We don't have energy to do everything we've ever dreamed of, do we? So we could go Strike Finisher, take this out and deal damage to something. We could do Deadly Poison Finisher and kill it the same way, but with less non-Chaku charging. That's not ideal. If we just defend, we're blocking for 19 and taking 28. That's not ideal. This blocks 5, and we can block 10 just by taking this out. Love to play that Deadly Poison. Not going to happen yet. This shield one is going to stay alive, which is something I'm pretty okay with. Hey, bullet time. Do I want this hand? No, I want to play Corpse Explosion on that. I want to play that real bad. Okay, I want to play it on that next turn, so I don't want to play it. Don't want to draw it now. Too little energy. So that will die to Corpse Explosion, killing all the cronies. That has a little weak on it, which will be great. And it takes a little damage. So this should help. 17 damage is not a ton, but it should help against these. Alright, and this is not attacking, which is awesome. 17 does not kill either of those. Still think it's the right play. Then this blocks for 5. And given that these are all going to get buffed, I just need one of them at least to die next turn. Don't think I calculated gamble here. So I take 5. I get down to 4 health. If this attacks, we're probably looking at a Ghost in the Jar. We're definitely looking at a Ghost in the Jar. We cannot possibly block that damage. Okay, that's got 15. Or do we ignore that and just go here? Okay. So let's set aside 16 damage here. Play these two. Think about our choice. Do we want this to die immediately? Or do we want to deal 16 damage to this? What are the odds that we can kill this? I think it summons next turn, probably. I think if it doesn't, if it keeps attacking next turn, it's hard for us to win. So let's plan for the future where we can win. Okay. If it summons and blocks and summons garbage, that's a future where we can win. Okay. So how much damage could we do this turn? 9, 14, sorry, 9, 13, 33, plus 3 poison. So 36, and we die. Okay, if we draw deadly poison, it's not great here. Okay, unload is okay. I'm not entirely sure why I did that. I don't know how we're going to deal that damage next turn, but it should be summoning. We just did get rid of both our deadly poisons, which sucks a lot. Okay. It has given us some pretty favorable attacks here. Alright. We got Blade Dance Finisher. This is what we live for. Alright. We're gonna want to use our Nunchucky. Just getting it charged back up as much as we can, and 36 damage. That was very scary. Horn Cleat, Gambler's Brute. Those are great. Slice Plus is okay. If we had more card draw, I would be super into it. Gambler's Brew and Horn Cleat do help us a lot. The thing is, if we go here, we're not heal, and we have to do a hallway fight before we heal again. So I wonder if our best chance of survival is just to heal and try to keep nailing these elites. Yikes. Dash is not as good against Act 2 elites as Act 1 elites. So I'm going to take a Slice Plus. Not sure whether I should be doing that. Whether we win or lose this run, we will have certainly risked it all. Okay, how much do we block? 10, 20, 28. We're taking 20, 34. So, we block 28, we take 34, we take 6. I'm pretty okay with that. Next turn, we get 14 block from Horncleat, and we get an extra energy. So, kind of whatever next turn is okay. We will keep the Ascender's Bane in our deck, sadly, but we will deal 16 damage to that. Okay, take 6. Tank a little more. Oh, it's doing the... It's trying to entangle us already. Well, we don't need any of these defensive cards, and the strike is Garbo. Deadly Poison is okay. Would really love a Corpse Explosion as soon as possible. Okay, 20. 14. That's a kill on that. But we don't have to kill it, do we? We could try and set up a Deadly Poison, a Corpse Explosion next turn, which we got really good odds of. As a matter of fact, our worst hand next turn is Defend, Strike, Blade Dance, Dagger Throw, Slice. Dagger Throw draws, worst case scenario, Unload, in which case we're certainly killing that one. No, because we can't play attacks next turn. 5 out of 8 that we draw Corpse Explosion, 6 out of 8 that we draw either Corpse Explosion or Acrobatics. So we got 3/4 odds of getting a good thing going. Okay, if we just did a Rill with Holes and then a calculated gamble, we draw 3. We either draw Corpse Explosion or draw 3 other things, and then we're guaranteed to have Corpse Explosion the next turn. Is there ever a world where we're not able to kill with that? So it's down to 16. Corpse Explosion, worst case scenario. We draw garbage we can't use this turn, so we couldn't play Acrobatics, we couldn't play Defend. And then we draw Slice. So we're down to 16. 9 for Slice, plus 6 for Corpse Explosion. So that's the worst case scenario. I think I'm okay accepting that. Actually, wait, we could play one more here. Right? Because next turn we just have to draw Corpse Explosion or Acrobatics. So really, this is 0. Let's draw it. I'll get rid of it. Okay. Oh shit. It's not gonna die. Oh, that's really awkward. I messed it up. Okay, Acrobatics. Draw me Slice. It's not Slice. Okay, we're gonna have to do this the hard way. We can't let that happen next turn, unfortunately. So let's just work on this. 50% odds so I deal 5 less damage, but I either do the Slice for extra damage or get rid of a strike. Yeah. Okay, we did similar damage. Got thinned our deck a bit. I'm okay with that. Alright. That weak really hurts. Are we just dead? Yeah, we're just dead. Ah, well. I think I don't know if I made the best choices about where to path. And I'm just saying, if I hadn't wasted that weak potion, it could have been much better here. Also, I saved a lot of money that I never used. Greed kills. But I had a lot of fun recording this. I hope you had fun watching it. And I will catch you around next time. 5:28. It's a party.